What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with HT Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Hasbro's Power Rangers Basic Line Dino Fury Red Ranger 6-inch figure. Now, as you can see here, this is their basic 6-inch figure line for Power Rangers, geared more towards kids. So obviously, there's less articulations. It doesn't come with their premium paint deco that they love to say that their Lightning collection has. It does, however, come with his weapon and a key for the Dino Fury Morpher. It is obviously not on a collector box. It is on a card. So you have your little window right here. On the back, you see little Dino Fury Red Ranger pose. Some poses on the back. The key going into the Morpher. Very standard, very basic. So what do you say we go and crack this guy open and see how cool he actually is? Okay, here we have the Dino Fury Red Ranger out of packaging, and as you can see, he's very basic, very slender. But before we get into him, what do you say we go ahead and take a quick look at his accessories, because he only comes with two. He comes with, I guess this is going to be his standard weapon. It is his sword. It doesn't look like the sword that comes with all the Rangers, where they put the little key in and do the little locking mechanism. This is very standard. And then he also comes with his Ranger key, which is also going to double as a head for the Megazords when those come out. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but on the back here, it is a nice holographic sticker. So we say we just go ahead and put it in the Morpher to see what sounds it makes, because I think it makes a couple of new sounds. So let's just go ahead and turn it on. Okay. Plug that in. Okay. Alright, and then the other new sound it makes is that instead of like a whooshing karate chop sound, it does make like a fire flamethrower sound. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, those are the only two sounds it makes. I've cycled through these a couple times. There's really no new sound. So it's just those two new sounds that you will be hearing with this key. So there you go. Now that I have that Morpher sound out of the way, what do you say we go ahead and take a closer look at this figure? Alright, so let's go ahead and take a closer look at this figure. So if you want to see what he looks like with his weapon in his hand, just go ahead, slide that in there, and there you go. The paint apps on mine aren't too bad. They're a bit, yeah, they're not too bad. They're a bit light on the golds on certain part of his armband and darker on the other. I'm not sure if that's just how it comes off on a red molded plastic versus a silver molded plastic. But overall, not too bad. You have your reds, you have your silvers, and you have your blacks, and then obviously your gold accents. The paint applications on the helmet are fairly nicely done. The eyes are painted in very nicely. The helmet sculpt itself is done very nicely. Not sure if the part up here is supposed to be painted. The Morpher is molded on, not painted in, but the molding detail itself is very nice. There you go. But yeah, overall, good paint applications, good on the details. I mean, what do you expect for like a $9 toy? So yeah, there you go. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. So as far as the head goes, you do have full 360 at the head. Can look up just that much, not very much. Look down about that much. You get some side to side. Shoulders will go up about that far. We'll do a full 360. Single jointed elbow. Does rotate at the elbows. No wrist rotation, no waist rotation. You got some hinged hips that are kind of, there we go. They'll do this crazy amount of splits. So you can pretty much get them all the way up like that. We'll kick forward about that far, back about that far. Single jointed knee, does rotate at the knee. No boot cuff, no ankles, peg holes at the bottom. So yeah, very basic line. For basically, like as I mentioned before, it is geared towards kids, so it's not really geared towards the adult collectors so much, but you know, not too bad. It could be used as a stand-in if need be. So with that being said, what do you say we go ahead and get into some size comparisons? Okay, so here we have him next to the, not so much the original Red Ranger, before him. I know this guy was supposed to be on Earth 65 million years ago. Whatever the case may be, here he is next to Jason or Rocky, depending on who you prefer, Red Ranger. As I said, he doesn't really do very well as a stand-in unless he's like very far back, but if you just needed some figures to be posed with him, there you go. And now here you have him next to Connor, the Dino Thunder Red Ranger. Once again, very slender compared to the Lightning Collection. And last but not least, here you have him next to Tyler, the Dino Charged Red Ranger. Overall, probably a pass for most adult collectors, but if you just want to like get some really quick to like just kind of like put in your display to have like the 4 red Dino Tyrannosaurus Red Rangers, you can do that until the Lightning Collection decides to release their version. All right, so overall, not a bad figure. I don't know why they really consider these a 6-inch line. They just barely meet the marks of a 6-inch. Actually, you know what? I got a ruler right here. Let me go see how tall this actually is. So if I go ahead and put him next to the ruler, yep, he is 6 inches. But for whatever reason, he just looks very small compared to these figures. These figures are, yeah, these are 6 inches too. But for whatever reason, this figure just gives off the stature that it is much smaller than the Lightning Collection itself. But overall, not a bad stand-in per se if you have the depth perception like I do right here, where the Rangers are further in the back and then he's more up front. So that makes it okay. As far as the adult collector, I would say this is probably an easy pass. Just wait for the Lightning Collection figure to come out. But if you really just need the Dino Fear Red Ranger in your collection right now, this guy is starting to hit shelves. I found mine at Walmart for like $9.90 something cents or whatever, $10 figure. So a really cheap, really quick drop in for your Lightning Collection figures. So until next time, guys, later.